Hello and welcome to Casting Roles, a precision D&D campaign played by a bunch of theater nerds. Thank you for joining us for the premiere episode of Season 3. If you are liking the show, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And if you want to reach out to the show, you can find us on social media. We're on Twitter at Casting Roles and on Facebook at Casting Roles ILM, and recently also on TikTok at also Casting Roles ILM. Our videos are uploaded on Fridays on our YouTube channel, and we occasionally stream on Wednesdays, and we are also going to have a bi-weekly show over on Jury's TikTok channel, which is at Fempi, which I'll put in the notes down below on Twitch. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Perfect. But with no other announcements, we'll go ahead and start the show. So, ticket takers, after a week or so of time spent in the town of Feldspar, where you battled against Tide Warders and Scaled Fold, where you befriended a shadow demon, as well as helped rescue a town that had been besieged, you eventually set sail on the something ticket This Way Comes and made your way to the town of Anorvere, or the city of Anorvere. Not all things were hunky-dory on this expedition, as Yorian is in chains somewhere down below deck. Bolton Kuhn is standing behind you in every conversation, just listening in, like the weird person at a party.
Bolton Kuhn T-posing, looking into the wall anytime.
Oh, Lord. But you have arrived in the shining city, the capital of Anorvere. And with Marlowe having been there before and Juridan having spent a lot of their early life in that location, formative years, you find yourself in the sprawling metropolis, and the airship slowly descending with Kaimana's guidance and Alembic behind the wheel. You find yourself to the aerodrome, which is a huge, massive structure that towers over the Iron Mount area of the city, and has several other airships of different qualities and styles, also kind of docking or taking off at different times. But eventually you find yourself to a berth, and you arrive, and immediately the smell of, in this Iron Mount area, the smell of steelworks and forges kind of firing off in the distance. You can hear the sound of the city street beneath you, kind of this rumbling of people and machinery and moving carts and horses and all kinds of things. And the entire visage of what you can see around you is this massive city, the largest one that any of you have ever been in. Bolton kind of steps out for a moment and says, well, we have to lay a few ground rules before we disembark, of course. Juridan?
Yes.
I believe that I can trust that you will be with the ticket takers at all times. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, then I will leave them in your care. Please do not attempt to abscond from the city, as that would result in a manhunt that I preferably would not be part of. But, Marlowe, I will put Juridan in your hands then.
Sure.
And at that moment, the kind of the gangplank is loaded down, and you see three figures standing at the deck, at the dock, dressed very similarly to Bolton. And they walk forward. One is carrying a chest, and then the other two kind of just flanking this figure. And Bolton says, well, I guess it's the nature of your reward. And the one with the chest steps forward and opens up the chest. I believe 5,000 gold was the agreed upon amount.
Yes.
You will find when you count this that there's an additional 2,500 for the defeat of Azazel. So,
Can't argue that.
7,500 gold
How
to the
much?
ticket takers. 7,500 gold total.
Thank you.
1,500 each.
1,500 each. Well, I would say let me know where you're staying, but you won't need to. So just be ready for the conversation with the Crown. They will want to debrief with you on the events of Feldspar, and also potentially to have you as witnesses or depositions for Yorian's trial.
All right.
Excellent.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, ticket takers. And they pull Yorian up from the under the hold, and they take him off the ship. And there's just a moment where Yorian kind of glances back in your direction, Jury, but doesn't say anything as he exits the ship. And Bolton Kuhn and Yorian exit your lives for at least the time being.
I feel relieved and not relieved.
Yeah. So ticket takers, the city is yours.
Yeah, Kaimai's gonna just kind of wander off.
Whoa. No. You start to wander and you feel the mage hand like scruff you. Whoa, let's establish something here first. Where are you all trying to go? What are you doing in this city?
Around?
No, you cannot just wander the biggest city by yourself, Kaimata. We should
I'll be
stay
all right.
together.
No, it's fine.
This is not a conversation. I look to Mar like, help me, Mar.
Kaimana, it's very easy to get lost here and separated, and if one of us should get lost, we would want you nearby to help us get unlost. So please stick with the group for our sakes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Look, I think I know a place I could get us some lodging. If we want to go there first and set up, that could be our meeting place. So if you do want to wander the city, we all know where to meet back.
I was just gonna stay on the ship.
I mean, you can, but you should come at least see the place we're gonna. I mean, if y'all want to stay on the ship, you can, I guess. But there was like a cool place.
I am tired of the ship.
Well, then
Go
you
then.
can stay on the ship, Paimon, but you should come with us so you can see where we'll be.
Okay.
So you can find your way there. It's just one district over, so it's not too far.
Are you
Is
gonna
that okay?
Are you gonna take the people movers? Are you gonna take the tram, Jury, or are you gonna walk it?
Walking's probably too. I mean, it's not like super far, but it's far enough. Yeah, we'll just take the tram over.
You'll take the tram?
So.
Okay, good. So you lead the group down the aerodrome to the second floor where the tram station is. And the first thing you notice is just people everywhere. There's dozens of people waiting for the tram. There's a few lounging, reading papers and random things. And it's just the widest array of individuals that you've seen. In different areas of the world, you've noticed that certain groups kind of tend to dominate in certain areas, but this is a smorgasbord of half-orcs and humans and elves and herringons and all of the various different races of Alyria all gathered in this one place. And eventually the tram arrives and you all load onto it. And it has seating areas where you can stand while it's moving through. But you're kind of in this enclosed space. But after you're all in and you've taken up your positions, the train takes off. And it opens up onto this track that rides above the city, and you find yourself moving between factories and warehouses and distant tall monuments and large buildings. Off in the distance, the towering Temple of the Eight with its beacon of light shooting from the top is kind of filling the horizon on one side. But you've got about a 20-minute ride in the tram as you're making your way from one district to the next. If there's any conversation or anything you guys want to have or ground rules that you want to lay in that moment.
Is the tram filled with other passengers, or is it just the Ticket Takers Club?
So it would have been possible for you all to get a car that was mostly empty, aside from you all, if that's what your goal would have been.
Okay, I want to lean over to Jury and ask them, I want to, as soon as possible, find someone who is very adept with magic use, who could help with a certain tag-along that we have that may be dangerous in the populated city that we are currently in. Do you know of anyone who could help us?
Well,
Perhaps find accommodations for our friend?
I kind of think we should take it to the Violet Cloister. I mean, out of character, didn't Victor Rylas tell us that he could take care of
Volmir Rylas.
Volmir Rylas, not Victor.
Rylas,
Damn it, we've been talking about Victor too much.
Armand rolls up and is
So-
like, can I have him
Hello,
back?
I will take my,
I'll take my
friend back.
I'll say that Volmir Rylas did offer to help us with him
We need
If
to
we
talk
wanted.
to him, by the way.
Yeah.
if we wanted to
We
go
need
by.
to talk to him.
If you know where to find him, then I think that would be my first priority for
Yeah,
the
you
day.
you wouldn't know where the Violet Cloister is, would you?
The exact location. No, but I'm sure if I showed up, I would be welcomed with open arms.
Yeah,
Jury.
never quite made it there, huh? Interesting.
All right, so I think in
I found my
Anorvere
own
we should
path,
all
it's
be
fine.
really kind to each other and really
What do you mean? Why are you
positive.
saying that right now?
And I think that
He doesn't know where it
we're coming
is.
off of a really tense time, and I think that all of our emotions were really high, and I think we should just take this time to really relax and settle down and be nice to each other and that sort of thing.
All right, come
Thank
on.
you, Marla.
Make
That's
sure
very
you're listening to
diplomatic
that.
of you.
I'm trying my best. I hate it here. I don't want to be here.
I don't like it here either, and yet here we both are.
Oh, I
Crazy.
thought you'd be very comfortable here, Judy, but
Why would I be comfortable here? Why I left here? The whole point of me leaving was to
Oh,
not
no,
be
I was
here.
simply saying,
Oh,
someone
look,
grew up
oh, look,
around
wow.
all of these.
Do you guys
people.
see that tower over there? It's so big.
Yeah, that's the.
You all,
I don't
you
know
all
what
look,
that
and Marlo's pointing at like a random grain silo.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh God.
Wow, Jury, what's that? Please
think
tell me in
they-
extended detail.
For grain. It's just quiet for a minute. Look, listen. I don't know everything about Anorvere, but if we're in the theater district, I do know a decent amount about that. So I think our mainstay should be there. I have a place. I'm going to take us. And that can be kind of our base of operations while we're doing stuff here. If that works for you all, I think that's going to be the best kind of thing.
I would like to find someone who deals in magic at some point.
Yeah, that
Items.
would be
I
great.
think you'll find some magic stuff here. So I know the only thing I know is there's a magic tattoo place.
That is interesting.
Hmm?
That's
That's
sick.
very interesting.
Yeah.
Josh, saving throw.
Oh, okay.
What do I roll?
Ooh,
No, it's me. I roll it.
one of the bards got a little glowing butt, I think, tattooed on him once. I think on his butt. It was really weird.
Was that you?
No, it wasn't. I don't have any tattoos.
Oh, okay. So while this conversation is going on, I need Mar and Kaimana to make wisdom saving throws, and I need Abel to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh shit! Not me.
5 minutes,
Wow, I'm fine.
I rolled a 12.
Okay.
I rolled a 10.
Okay.
Ay, caramba. One moment. 17 plus something.
Okay. So as this conversation is going on, and Marlo and Kaimana, you're
Plus
staring out the
9.
window. Marlo, you're trying to play this thing, and there's suddenly a moment where you feel this impulse of emotion kind of like rack through you, almost like a shockwave that shoots from somewhere that you can't really feel. And you feel like the weeping essence of something mighty crashing into nothingness and fading away. And like it's like the death throes of something. And it just like hits your brain for just a moment and then it's gone. And but everyone else around you kind of looks like nothing happened to them. That's just Marlo and Kaimana.
Would I know anything about what that could be, like from my like studies or
make a
history or
religion
anything?
check.
A religion check? Josh, this is terrible.
Or history. I guess it could be history. You might have read
Do I
that.
get advantage based on the things that I get advantage in?
It's just fiends and whatever
Fiends,
for you.
fae, and undead.
So
No.
I can make a religion check.
You can make a religion check, come on. Although with disadvantage, come on, because you're not from this area.
All right. So a 7.
You're like, that is weird.
22.
So, Marlo, you've heard tell of something, and it's kind of a legend that's whispered around Alyria, is that in Anorvere, for some people who are attuned to the magics or the gods, they're not really quite sure how it works, is that this was the location of the death of the gods, and the echo of that death is constantly racking this area. And so occasionally you might find yourself under its influences, and those influences sometimes are more powerful than at other times.
Cool.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Cool. Cool.
Kaimana's just like, I felt a little sad.
Yeah.
Weird.
Do we know any way of overcoming this effect?
You did not experience the effect.
Oh, I did not. So what did
No,
I
yeah,
do? What did I
you
We don't
succeeded.
know anything happened. You and I are just arguing, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you told me to roll a saving throw.
You did,
All right.
but you
passed.
succeeded. So.
Oh, okay.
You didn't do
Okay.
All right. Eventually, the 20 minutes passes and you arrive at the tram station for the theater district. And for those watching, it was a transition from a very mechanized, very industrial zone. And then there was a transition into more housing areas, much of it made out of wood and plaster, some shops and buildings and things, but this is a much more residential area, but also colorful and bright, and there's streamers in the streets, and the houses are painted off weird colors, and you've arrived in the theater district itself. The moment the doors open, you find yourself on a platform that descends down a broad staircase onto the street below, and you can just see there's 6 or 7 people here that are shouting and yelling and selling things and handing out flyers. There's one guy who's standing, a halfling boy, he's already small, but then even smaller, standing on top of a stack of papers, and he's saying, "Latest from the dispatch, grab your copy of the dispatch here." And he's waving papers in the air.
I'll grab one.
Okay, it is a copper piece. And then there is a tall black tabaxi figure wearing kind of greenish moss-covered armor down at the bottom of the steps, very quietly, like handing flyers to people. And then there's a couple individuals off to the side who are wearing gray robes and are also handing flyers, but not actively yelling or shouting out what they're giving. But
I would like to grab flyers from the road people, and then out of pity for the tabaxi, I will also grab one
okay,
from them.
so you go up to the first one, and the two of them, they speak in unison.
No, it's these fucks! No!
Please join us for the Star Speakers Presents.
I fucking rip it out.
Did you glance at it before you ripped it up?
No, I rip it out of their hands.
Oh, you rip it out of your hands? Okay.
No.
And so,
I want to know
yeah.
what it says.
yeah, please join us for the Star Speakers Presents Circus outside the city walls. We are here all week until the King's birthday. But they are speaking in unison as they say it. Anybody who grabs a Star Speakers Presents flyer, I just sent it into the chat.
I'm excited to see it.
All right, and then anybody else grabbing a dispatch?
Nope, I'm good.
Sure, I'll grab one.
Okay, well, then I'll put that in the chat as well, so you've got the dispatch there. And then
I could just read with source.
yeah. And then, so you approach the Tabaxi, and when you walk up to him, he says, "Well, that's a mighty fine sword you've got."
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Are you supposed to hand me something, or?
Oh, I think so. And then he kind of reaches back and he hands you a flyer that says, "Be your own manager, now open in the Prisma Quarter."
He's right here! Should be in the big city!
He says, "Thank you so much for reminding me. She keeps sending me out here to do these jobs, and I keep forgetting, and I'm lost. I'm not sure where I am right now. Do you know how to get back to the Prisma Quarter?"
Yeah, I do, because I've been there, right?
Yeah, you've been there. You can probably point him in the right direction.
Yeah, I'll point this poor sad soul whose name I couldn't possibly know in the right direction.
Thank you. Good. But anyway, I think I'm supposed to say that you can come buy all of your heart's desires here. It's the best magic shop in Alyria. In Anorvere, in town.
Well, y'all are looking for magic items.
Maybe just
I'm looking for a magic shop here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're a great salesperson, truly.
Can you write a good review for me, please?
Yeah, give me one of those. I take another flyer and I write on the back of it. What's your name?
Oh, it's Twine.
Twine. Wonderful. I write.
Hey!
I write Twine is a great salesperson. Signed, Marlo A. Bjorn.
He takes it. Can you read it to me, please?
It says Twine is a great salesman, and then that's my name.
It's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
What is it?
Marlo A. Bjorn.
Marlo. Twine, it's such a pleasure to meet you.
It's been a real pleasure, Twine.
That is a nice sword, though.
It is.
You like feel Jordan's hand on your shoulder, and it's like, stop talking to the flyer people. We're gonna be stuck here forever.
Yes, because there's so many flyer people.
Seconds.
Yeah.
It's polite. I understand, but we need to go.
But they're free.
I hope.
Come on! It has like 7 flyers.
Well, fine. Perhaps I will see you at the shop later.
If I make it back, I'd love to see you there.
Fingers crossed for you.
Thanks. And then
We're in the flyer.
Yep. I'll say that like Source, Bardar just like leaning together, reading the flyer, and as Source points out that we're in the flyer, I'll look at Jury and say, "News travels very fast, it seems."
Mar looks over at the newspaper and starts like laughing, and then has to stop herself.
I go pick up a newspaper since they're talking shit.
Yeah, first story on the dispatch if you want to read it out loud.
Oh, I read it. No, I read it. Jury didn't read it until right now.
We're actually in here twice. First time with Jordan, and second time with.
I'm in it without you, which is great.
Yes.
Great for me.
Yeah.
And Amada points at you and like smiles. It's like in the paper.
Although it's does not resemble Jury at all.
Oh, he doesn't think the picture's related. No, he just read the article.
And Jordan, you know that news travels very fast in Anorvere.
How did they figure this out already?
Before we even got here, looks like. Huh?
I hate this place. All right, well, just keep it. Not that anyone will know it's me, so whatever.
All right. So you guide them away from the various vendors.
Yes,
and
I keep going. No, thank you. No, thank you. There's like a mage hand pushing people back. Like, no, thank you.
And you guide them through the streets, and the streets of the the theater district are not necessarily built for broad travel. They try to limit the amount of carts and horses and things that move here. They want it to be a pedestrian district, and so they're much more narrow. And the buildings are kind of tall and lean over the street a little bit in the way that like old London streets do. And there's kind of nocturne alleys and switchbacks, but you guide them deftly through towards the heart of the theater district, but keenly avoiding the actual heart of the amphitheater. And
you'll notice Jury will take you down. Jury will like take you down certain streets, and they're like, "We're not going that way," and we'll take you around. It seems strategically around certain things.
Yes, and you open up you finally get to a large open kind of thoroughfare that then has a circular piece in the middle, where this massive structure has been constructed. It's a beautiful, like four-towered with a central large structure that is kind of an onion-shaped dome at the top, a large cascading waterfall at the front that seems to be going upwards into the air and then falling away in a way that's like an upside-down waterfall. And Jordan is walking in that direction and then quickly takes a turn away from it and goes a few doors down an alleyway to a much smaller establishment that has a very simple facade of wood and plaster, with a sign hanging at the door of a what looks like a naiad, and the name on the sign says the Naiad's Bargain.
Is it books?
The Naiad's what?
The Naiad's Bargain.
Market.
Bargain.
Oh, bargain. Sorry.
Yes.
Hope y'all like music.
Right. And at that point,
we love good music. Yeah.
The kind of swinging bar doors kind of swing open as like a young, looks like maybe a student or something, kind of stumbles out. Like he's got a flute in his hand and he's a little intoxicated, even though it's like not late in the day. I mean, I guess it's like not quite dark yet, so he's drinking a little early. He stumbles out and he's laughing, and then another person kind of comes out after him, and they're like, "Well, let's go. Let's go next door. They've got cheaper drinks down there and a lot better entertainment." And then a moment after that, this blue-skinned woman with long blue hair kind of follows them out, and she says, "And you never have to return here if you don't like to anyway." And she kind of flicks her finger, and these 2 droplets of water kind of fly out, and then they expand to bubbles in the air, and then just douse both of them in the middle of the street, and they kind of tumble down into the dirt and then pick themselves up and dust themselves off as they walk away. Out with the riffraff. Oh, are you all coming in to the bargain?
Yeah, we were hoping to find some lodging.
Of course, the doors are always open. And she doesn't glide, but she kind of steps back in very carefully back into the bar. And as you enter in, the moment you enter, there's this soft, almost like harp-like sound that's drifting seamlessly from all directions within the bar. And there's a dark kind of welcoming antechamber. And then as you walk in, it opens up a little bit, but it's still a very shotgun narrow space. And you can see off at the far end of the bar, somebody is lightly playing the harp, but that sound seems to be kind of blown up and projected in all spaces around here. There's comfortable seating everywhere. There's a couple people at the bar just with notebooks out jotting. This looks very much like an artsy college coffee house feel. And the Naiad who just kicked out the last 2 people in the bar kind of approaches you and says, "Well, the bar's open. If you're looking for lodging, they can help you up there for it. But I'm Tallulah. Welcome to my establishment."
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Juridan.
Hi, Tallulah.
Very nice to meet you.
As she shakes each of your hands, she stops at Juridan for a moment.
Yeah.
Huh. I never forget the hands of a musician before. You've played here.
Yeah, a couple times with the college, but things change.
Very interesting. Well, It is open mic tonight, of course.
Of course. Looking forward to it.
Yes. And she kind of wanders back through, and she's playing host to all the tables there.
I will. So I'll get us some rooms. How many rooms do you guys want?
I could bunk up with someone, save us some money. Soris, do you want to share a room?
Sure.
Yeah, Soris and I will sleep together. Sleep in together.
I knew what you meant, April. Kaimana, do you want
Be very clear.
to stay with me and Mar? No, you're going to be on the ship, you said, right? Okay. Well, Mar,
right.
if you're fine. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, I'll go up to the bar and try to get us 2 rooms.
Okay. So you approach the bar, and there's a couple kind of younger individuals there kind of writing, and they're talking back and forth about like, well, I don't know, like, what are you doing with your character arc? Like the last time I read that, it was, and so they're kind of having like a back and forth conversation about something that they're writing. And they keep trying to bring the bartender into the conversation, but he seems very uninterested in the conversation. And when you approach, he kind of turns and he's like, oh, a distraction. Hi, what can I do for you?
We need 2 rooms here.
Of course. How long are you planning on staying?
I looked to the others, at least through the king's birthday.
Oh, about a week then. Okay, 7 nights. 2 rooms, 7 nights. That'll be 14 gold.
All right, I'll pay for it.
It does include morning breakfast, and of course the free entertainment.
Sure. Do they still do that thing here where there's like a discount of some kind if you perform? It's been a while, but if that helps.
Are you a performer then?
Jerry's like super awkward for a second. Yeah, I guess so. I guess you can say that.
That's fantastic. Well, it kind of depends on the type of bargain you decide to make with Tallulah. But I think she could probably swing a little bit of a discount. So he kind of waves, and you see Tallulah wander over. Yes? What can I do for you?
I'll just see if we can get a discount on our rooms if we did that a few times ago back, and we got too drunk or something. So I didn't know if that was still a thing. It's fine, it's not. But
it's such an odd thing to be a Naiad who has such power to offer you mortals so many things, and what I get asked for most is a discount on the room.
I just I mean, you have such power. I don't want to waste your powers on something petty for me, so.
Well, yes, let's say your best song, and we'll make that 10 gold for the week.
Sure.
I played a piccolo.
Accompaniment, that'd be fantastic. Would you like to make a deeper deal, my friend?
I turn to me. Is she saying
Soris,
that to me?
yeah.
No, I look to Soris and I'm like,
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Well, if you're here all week, of course, the offer will still stand. And she kind of floats away, and
I'll ask her before she goes when she wants me to perform, though.
Well, let's just say you've got a week, so one evening we'll make it a special little show.
Perfect.
And then the tiefling behind the bar, he kind of smiles and like, well, I've never seen anybody take an actual deal with her. I'd like to always see what might happen.
It's just what you make deals like that when the specifics aren't there, and sometimes it could be a little, I don't know. I'd rather it be something simple that makes deals easy.
Why do you think I'm still working here? And he kind of slides the 2 keys across the way. Well, I look forward to seeing your performance.
Yeah, hope you don't get written or roped into any more script writing events.
No, I try to avoid the council of writers as much as possible.
Would you like a drink, Kaimana?
Yeah, do you guys want a drink?
So
That's
it's
fine.
at that moment that Soris, you turn around and Kaimana is like starting to make his way out the front door.
I go, oh, so you notice first. I'll let you go.
Yeah.
Would you like a
noticed
drink,
it.
Kaimana?
He's gonna like turn around like kind of upset, then walk back to the bar.
For the love of Aelisar, Kaimana, I told you not to wander off.
I just want to see the big city.
We will go see the big city. We will.
You've got a whole week to see the city. And I'll take you anywhere you want to go, okay? With me. Together. Do you want a drink? Does anyone want a drink? I'll have a
What
drink.
time is it?
I'll get a mimosa.
It's
I don't
probably
give a
like
shit.
5:30, 6 o'clock at night.
Okay, a
Oh.
reasonable hour.
Yeah.
Totally.
Do you guys
Yeah,
want a drink
absolutely.
before we
I'll
go?
have it. I'll have a
Absolutely.
drink.
Sure.
Sure.
So the bartender, what can I get you all? We've got some
I get-
specialty cocktails. We're trying to compete with, the travesty next door a little bit. So I think, they're trying to run some specialty cocktails, but we've also just got really good ale.
What's a cocktail?
Oh, Kaimana, you're in for a surprise. Give him whatever you
It's
recommend.
like
Absolutely.
alchemy, but with alcohol.
That's a good way to put it.
And I'll take whatever you recommend.
Fantastic. So 2
I'll just have an
cocktails. Ale.
I'll have a cocktail as well.
Okay. If you're getting a cocktail, it's probably 2 copper, and then
I pay for your drinks, okay? Listen.
So-
I pay for your drinks. You're in my city.
So you're looking about a silver for all the drinks there, Drew.
Okay. Sorry,
I
so you
love when
getting a
people
drink?
threaten to buy my drinks. I know.
Listen.
Well, and I'm never one to prevent somebody from paying, so I will just. He takes the silver and kind of sets it to the side, and then he quickly pours ale for Marlowe and Soros said ale too. Okay, and Soros.
Yeah, Soros,
and
let's
then
go.
Abel, were you a cocktail or were you ale?
Cocktail, please.
Okay, and then he grabs 3 glasses from the back that are kind of fluted and tall, and he sets them out in front of him. And then he grabs some fruits and he starts kind of squeezing juices out of them and pouring them in. And then there's a kind of some herbs that have this minty fragrance that pop out as well. And he tosses that in, and then you see him kind of muddling all of that together with some sugar that he tosses in on the side. And then he grabs a bottle of very dark liquor from the back and kind of spins it as he kind of catches it and pours it into each of the glasses, and then adds in a little bit more of some kind of other little special sauce that he has on the side, and then muddles that all together. And then for a second you're watching him, and he's like, Abel, you're watching kind of closely as he's doing, and he's trying to cast a spell, and it's like he's not quite getting it. He says, oh, this is slightly embarrassing. Hold on one second. And he like turns and he like opens up a book and he consults his journal, and then he kind of comes back.
Can we tell what spell he's trying to cast?
Yeah, like a chill touch. And so then he comes back and he kind of looks at it. He's like, oh, okay. And he says the incantation again, and you just see like frost particles creep up the side of all 3 of the glasses. And then he pops like a little straw in it with like some fruit on the edges, and then he hands them out to you. He's saying, she hasn't really quite come up with a name with it, but we're just calling it the Naod's Quandary.
Who might refuse that?
Yes.
Let us sip.
Take a sip and see what we
But like-
can find.
How
Like
good
for
is this drink?
Kaimon, it's like the size of one of those like novelty martini.
Oh, it is, yeah,
right?
absolutely. For sure. And so it's just this fruity, refreshing, kind of citrusy but minty drink. But you can tell that it's like probably knock you on your ass with the alcohol content, but it's all hidden behind the flavors.
We're all sitting at the bar. Jury like knocks it back immediately, puts both of their hands on the table and is like, I'll be right back, and goes upstairs to the room. And I throw the key to Abel, since him and Soros have the other room. I'll be back. Don't leave. You keep drinking.
Okay.
That was terrifying.
Jury just like walks away from the room.
Do you think they're nervous about the show they're going to have to put on?
I think they're nervous about being here, not this place. This place. If I had to guess.
I guess that would make sense, being back where they obviously do not want to stay. They left so long ago.
Yeah.
Kamana, are you wanting to see anything specific in the city?
No, I just want to look around.
We'll definitely look around. Yep, there's probably a lot of, from what I saw, there's a lot of shiny stuff to look at. So that'll be exciting.
Do they have like a place with animals here?
You know, I'd have to ask Jury. I don't know about that one. They might. There's a forest kind of nearby that almost definitely has animals.
Well, there's that circus too, right?
Oh God, yeah.
But
I kind of hope. I'm gonna be honest. I hope they don't have animals there. But they might.
I just might be able to pick up some new shapes if I can see some new animals.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, we can definitely look around. I don't know if there's like a zoo or anything, but
Do you actually have to see the animal, or would a picture suffice?
No, I have to see them.
Okay.
So perhaps when Judy gets back, they'll be willing to.
all right. Listen,
Jury's gone for like 15 minutes.
I'm gonna.
It's about 15
I'm gonna
minutes.
pull everyone in. All right. So now Jury's going through a lot right now, right? I think we all just need to be really gentle with them, even when they lash out, as they do. And I also think that maybe encouraging emotional distance from Yorian is a really good idea right now. So if we see anybody that they seem interested in, I think we should just maybe help that one a little bit. Just kind of help facilitate that. You know what I mean?
Don't take this the wrong way, Marlo. But this is very strange advice coming from you.
What do you mean?
Like, you're not one for the relationship thing.
Sorry, what?
But
What do you
like,
mean?
well, like you were always scared to like talk to people.
I didn't. Oh boy. Oh boy.
It's a very nice drink, this one.
Animal. Oh no.
Oh boy. Oh. I can be good with talking to people in the right context. You have not seen it. And I don't want you to, ever, necessarily. Yes. I'm just looking out for our new friend Jury in a time of complete emotional instability.
That's good.
I'm willing to support Judy in whatever way I can.
Excellent.
I don't know.
Like, I feel like it's in that moment Jury like comes down the stairs and they're like, "What?
What were you saying, Kaimana?
I just don't know what to think about Jury sometimes.
You know what, Kaimana? I feel the same way." Jury's like, "Behind you." So Jury comes out and they're in their like new look from all the new artwork. So their hair is like blue now and freckled and in the new kind of get up, which is like the blue outfit with the tights and the thigh high boots. So and they seem a lot more confident in this look, and they look more put together than you've seen them in all of Feldspar, perhaps. And the rapier is like super prominent in this outfit. So
you hear a clatter from the back as like the bartender drops something and it like crashes across the ground. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
You look very nice, Judy. I like this new outfit.
thanks. Time for a change.
And I kind of like nudge Mar, like, see, I'm
I nod approvingly at you.
trying.
Yeah, no, it's this is great. Looks solid.
You don't have to comment on my outfit. Thank you, though.
I mean,
Actually. Go ahead, Marlo.
I was just gonna say if you I don't know, if I had come down from like a costume change after like a good bit and nobody commented on my outfit, I think I would feel shitty actually.
Oh, that's so
but-
sad.
I don't know. I mean, no, don't fucking pity me.
I'm sorry, like
Shut up.
the job I was working at last, no one just commented when your appearance changed, so I'm a little weirded out by it. Sorry. Thank you.
All right. Cool. Well, now you're with the ticket takers, and we
Yes.
almost looked always the same the whole time. So,
And this outfit deserves the attention, so.
absolutely.
God, that drink was strong too. I'm dizzy. I'll give the bartender a tip. Here you go. Also, and as I like sliding the money across, I'm like, whenever you pour a drink for, and I point at Kaimana, I'm like, put half the alcohol in it, please.
Will do, absolutely.
It's just a matter of time before Kaimana learns what a double is.
I know, but and I'm like,
Common.
yeah, that's our bargain. Thank you. And I give him a silver or something. There you go.
Much appreciated.
Mhm.
Do you have baths here?
Yes, we have very fine baths.
Kaimana, you hear that? They have bathtub here.
I heard.
He kind of looks around. He says, I don't want Solula to hear, of course, but if you're looking for a very good bath, then the Marriage Wager is a better option. But we do have serviceable baths, yes.
I think we're gonna go there later tonight.
Oh,
No offense. We'll probably be drinking plenty here. Don't worry.
I don't blame you. It's something to see for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. We want the nighttime version of it.
I would
It's
like
been a
to,
while.
when the bartender has their back turned, I would like to cast Shape Water and like just keep topping up my drink from whatever bottles are open still.
Okay, make a sleight of
No.
hand check.
Oh my god, you little rascal.
We noticed this.
I did.
So we'll see.
21.
No.
Oh, wow.
Unless, like, you guys are actively watching. You
No.
like
Now we're talking to
maybe
Drew,
you're
right?
actively keeping an eye on
Yeah, we're
Kaimana,
fine.
but probably not. But the bartender does not notice. So there's a couple times where he turns his back and you just kind of siphon some of the liquor out of the bottle that he poured.
When he is watching, I will chill my own glass, like, on occasion. Just like,
You're much quicker at that trick than I am.
it's fun.
Well, I'm hoping to get it down.
Yeah, magic can be tough.
Tell me, especially when you're trying to learn it like off the cuff without, highfalutin educations and all that.
I think it's a little overrated.
Absolutely. I think I've learned far more on my own on the streets than I would in a stuffy library somewhere.
I didn't go to a library.
Definitely agree with you there.
Maybe Kaimana can teach you some stuff in exchange for drinks.
Oh,
We might be able to work some. If I could just figure out how to get this trick down a little faster, that'd be very nice.
actually, I think Julie would be a very good teacher.
Depends on
if
what
you
type
could find
of
some
magic you're
free
working on.
time, Julie, maybe you could teach our bartender here.
Me
Some of your
teach
tricks.
magic? I don't think I
Are
have
you-
anything useful.
So
He's
you're
already
great.
has
You're great
the.
with magic.
I'm great with that. What are y'all talking about? What are you? I have a few spells, sure, but nothing crazy. But like
You killed a
mage hand.
dragon with
You
one.
built a dragon. What are you
Oh my
talking
god!
about?
Don't you start talking about
I'm
killing
sorry.
the dragon in the middle of here.
I'm sorry, what? I killed a dragon.
Yes.
I like flipping the newspaper because I want to get rid of it also. And I'm like, yeah, I get. We're part of. We're the adventurers group, whatever.
We're called the ticket takers.
He kind of reads through it. He says, oh, "It's quite impressive." Doesn't say anything about a dragon here, though.
It will.
It was.
Yeah, give it a day or two.
Well, I'll look out for it.
We're ahead of the news cycle.
Yeah.
Well, just great talking to you. All right, guys, let's leave.
Are we gonna go to the baths?
No, not yet. That's like end of the day plan.
It is the end of the day.
Well, I mean, that's like, I guess we could. I mean, is there anything else y'all want to do?
I really want to find other accommodations for our guests.
Marla, make a
tag
perception
along.
check.
For who?
Marla.
Me?
Yep.
No, I meant who's Abel talking
Oh
about.
God.
I don't want to say
So-
because
I understand.
yeah.
22.
Oh, I was gonna say with advantage because it is hearing.
Well, I'll do it again. Worse. Terrible.
Okay.
Wait, no! That's a 19. It's better! Ah!
Oh.
24! Look at that!
So
God.
while Abel and Druiden are having this conversation, you do hear a light, like, tapping sound on a window that's at the end of the bar.
I look over.
You see a very tiny pseudo dragon, and it's just like tapping on the window and looking at you.
So cute.
I just step outside
Okay.
without telling anybody.
Sorry. So Abel and Jury, you can whatever you were.
Do I see them do this?
How focused are you on your drinks?
Pretty focused.
That's
Roll a perception with disadvantage.
I probably see it and just let Marlo do her thing.
Yeah.
yeah. I respect it. I respect it.
17.
17. Let's see. Yeah, you see Mar leave for sure. You don't pick up on like the little figure in the window, but
Oh, what? Mar gets to just leave on their own now?
Wait, Mar left? What the fuck? Where are you guys going?
She'll be back.
No, what?
Listen, Kaimana, we
This is
can't
not
help
fair.
it. Kaimana, we can't help it when Mar
This is
leaves.
not
Mar's
fair.
really quiet.
I
And
can
to
be
be fair,
quiet.
Marlo has been here before.
Kaimana, you can't be quiet. I'm sorry. Basically, every time you almost leave, we catch you.
I can be
The
quiet.
Marlo has traveled this city
And
by
Kaimana,
herself
you have
before. So.
invisibility. It's really frustrating to me. You could just... I mean, don't do that. Never mind. Don't. I didn't say that. Kaimana, wait. Kaimana, listen.
Mar, who has like really good
Source
hearing,
just
is
sighs
hearing
and drinks.
all of
with
this.
Yes.
and it's just like
Kaimana, wait.
those
I mean...
guys.
Source just sighs and drinks his ale some more, just seeing how the evening
Look,
is going to progress.
I'm chatting with Abel, and I'm like, look, Abel, do you think you could talk to him one more night, and we could take him in the morning to find accommodations?
I'm willing to try. I don't know how open he would be to resting through the night, but we can see. I'll wait till we get somewhere private. Maybe I'll head up to the room by myself and see if I can have that conversation with him.
Okay. Yep.
Marlo, you step outside and you're kind of looking around and you don't see the little pseudo dragon. But the moment you kind of step out down the steps and kind of hit the pavement, it swoops out of the air and it kind of flies in front of you for just a moment. And you see it's got a scroll in its mouth. And it's just kind of floating in front of you.
I take it.
It pulls back away from you as you reach for it.
Do you want me to take it or not?
It just gives you a look. Like it's expecting something.
Oh,
I give it a copper. I don't know.
It takes the copper in its claw and then like deposits it in a little pouch that it wears around its back, and then it flies further away from you.
What? I don't know what you fucking want from me. Do you want? I pull out a silver. Is this better?
It
Are we
takes that, bites it, and then puts it back, and then promptly hands you the note, and then
Alright.
flies away.
Fuck you too.
this man.
What does the note say?
It's in beautifully written script.
Oh.
And it says, let me pull up. It says, Marlo, it's good to hear that you've returned safely from your travels in the East. Stop by with your friends. I'd love to meet them. I'm sure we have some catching up to do. The Sanctum is always open tomorrow. Lenario Mistweaver.
Yeah. Okay.
Yay!
Oh,
Cool. I tuck it in my pocket,
Yep.
and I walk back in.
Yep.
All right. Hey, gang.
See, look, Mark came back so fast. Kaimana, you wouldn't come back fast. That's the difference here. You would be gone for hours.
Just because you're right doesn't mean it.
I was taking a letter. Someone wants to meet up with us tomorrow.
Oh, a lady?
Just because it happens to be a lady doesn't mean anything.
I'm just saying I'm right.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yes,
No.
absolutely. Wait, who is it from? Wait, actually, like, not joking. Who's it from?
Who wants to meet up with us?
It's the Archmage. We're supposed to meet up with we need to go to the Sanctum. We need to meet up with the Archmage. We got a lot of catching up to do.
You get personal letters from the Archmage?
Shut the fuck up.
What? I just think it's interesting.
It's like business.
I don't know. You got business with her? That's a little. That's
my
awesome.
God! Is this what this week is gonna be like? Huh? Is this what it's gonna be?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm out of Feldspar, and yes.
Wonderful. Great.
Is
Looking
there
forward to it.
When do we
But
meet your parents?
my parent and my aunt. Mar, when do you want to go see Amalia?
I mean,
that's going to be the enjoyable part.
Do you want to get it out of the way now and then get hella smashed right after?
Oh, that sounds so good. Are y'all fine for an awkward family meeting really quick? I don't plan on
if it's late in the I'm just saying if it's late in the evening, then it kind of like we skip the, don't you want to stay the whole day kind of thing. You know?
I love that.
Kind of like
I love that.
in and out kind of scenario.
Yes, yeah, sure.
Sounds like a plan.
Josh, how far away is it if we're going there?
So you are currently on like the northern end of the theater district. It's probably like a 10 or 15 minute walk to
Okay.
Let me see. Probably, about 10 or 15 minute walk to the Prisma Quarter, and then a little bit further from that to the Golden Bough, which is where all the patrician households are.
Okay, so that's not like too bad. All right, do you all want to do that first? If you don't mind us doing that. I'm sure me and Mar definitely want to talk to Amalia really early, if that's okay.
That's fine with me.
And Kaimana, anything we see along the way that you want to stop at, we'll stop at. And then tomorrow you can pick the very first thing we do and we'll take you there, okay? Okay.
Kamana was asking if there's any place with animals.
Like, to, see an animal? Nowhere I would know in the theater district, right, Josh?
Yeah, definitely not in the theater district. Go ahead and make a history check.
I got a decent history.
And Marlo, make one with disadvantage.
Okay. I got 12.
5.
Okay, yeah. Jury, you never really wandered too far away from the theater district, but you have heard that the wardens sometimes keep animals in the glade, but you don't know how open it is to the public.
Yeah, I tell Kaimana this. So we could try that. Why do you want to see an animal?
So I can get more shape changes.
Oh yeah, we should definitely find you a cool animal. That's fun. Okay, cool. We'll put it on the agenda first thing tomorrow. Now stay with the group.
Fuck, we're gonna go talk to the wardens? Ugh.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be much worse than talking to my dad right now.
Well, I guess.
All right. Let's go.
All right, so you make your way. So leaving the Naiad's Bargain, you kind of cross back by the large structure of the what is Marid's Wager. You can now see at night it's lit up enough that you can see that they've got magically cast on the side of this building images where it makes the whole building look like it's underwater. There's just like the kind of the undulation of light, like almost like sunlight dabbling through.
Yeah.
You can see that there's just kind of got images of like these flying fish that are flying around coral and bubbles kind of rising up it. And the whole waterfall at the front of the Marid's Wager is now kind of lit up in this beautiful kind of sparkling light. And directly above it in the air, it just is flashing Marid's Wager for everyone to see. And Come on and make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Yeah. And that, my dear ticket takers, is our evening plans.
14?
14. You resist the urge to dive into all of the sparkle and the waterfalls. You hold yourself back. The whisper of jury in the back of your head of
Stay with the group.
Stay with the group. You managed to hold
And
on.
we'll be back.
Yeah.
Yes.
But jury then leads you past there. You start make your way through a tangle of streets that Jordan, you know that this is the location of the mess. There is just a switchbacking kind of pulling street that kind of goes up a hill slightly in a switchback way, and every corner and space here is filled with dozens of yelling barkers who are selling very particular street foods.
This is where you eat.
Yeah,
friends.
each stall has its own little kind of street food vendor, and the smells drifting from each one. There's sweetness and saltiness, and there's savory elements, and you can just see like the flourish of showmanship from them as they are masters of some very specific craft when it comes to food at each stall. You keep kind of moving past that. And eventually you top a hill and there's a wall, kind of an aqueduct in front of you. And you walk through, and it's weird because all of the noise and bustle and just plebeian nature of the theater district fades away as you find yourself in the quiet of the Prisma Quarter. Much more upscale, the roads beautifully kept and cobbled, lined with flowering plants of various different types. And you start making your way past multiple shops with beautiful signs. You do notice, Mar, you are walking past at some point. The Gilded Weave comes up on this road.
Oh, yeah.
There's a few other shops that seem to be advertising potions and poultices, and there's all of these kind of different shops that you might be interested in at a later day or now, although a few of them have closed for the evening. Jordan continues to kind of march you through. You pass by one very large shop that's looks like a a ship that has been put in place here at the center of the bazaar of the Prisma Quarter, and there's just things hanging off the side of it. It looks like a kind of a general store, or just like a curious place where you could buy a lot of different random things. But guiding your way through, you eventually come to the gate that leads into the Golden Bough, and there are 2 guards standing outside of it.
I show them my signet ring. House Windsor.
Oh, of course. Welcome through.
Yeah.
They open. They kind of tap their staff a couple times, and the gate opens, and you pass through, and then it closes behind you, and you all find yourself in a walled-in portion of the city. The walls are 20, 30 feet high, and it's almost like a beautiful garden. There's just trees. There's manicured lawns. There's flowering plants. There's a couple deer running around. Like this is the closest thing is kind of like what the Haverleys had built in Broadfield. This carefully constructed, beautifully manicured place that is separate from the rest of the city. And as you walk through, you start noticing that there's kind of branching paths that are leading to, as you pass them, 9 very large mansions in this walled-in portion.
Which district is this?
This is in the Prisma Quarter. It's called the Golden Bough. It's where all of the patrician families live. And you eventually kind of make your way back through to one of the larger mansions. And it is the very familiar to Marlowe and Jury.
Yes.
The city home of the Windsor family.
Can I... All right, Josh.
Yes.
Level with me.
Yeah.
How good can I hide this sword right now? I mean, like, so good, right? Like, sheathed and under the coat, like... I mean,
you absolutely could.
Okay.
It could also fit in the bag of holding. That's just kind of what you want to do with it.
Oh, I'm not giving Artax a god sword, gosh!
All right. Go
I
ahead
could
and
give you the hat of disguise, and you could disguise yourself as you, and just the sword is something different.
You could do that.
I'm using my hat as disguise.
No,
I have
I'm
one.
not.
Oh, you?
Oh. I mean, I think it's fine. If they can see through...
Make a sleight of hand check with advantage because you've got the whole group around you helping you wrap
Distract
this.
from
and-
it. Yeah.
Uh, 19.
19. Okay, cool. So you carefully wrap it and bind it, and then kind of tuck it in your coat. So
Mm-hmm.
the elements of the hilt are visible, but you've wrapped it in some raggedy old cloth, so it just looks kind of like just as typical short sword from somebody's perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta find a magic shop. I gotta find a way to hide this. I gotta find a way to hide this.
Put it on the agenda for tomorrow. We got
Yes.
plenty of room on the docket for
Your
tomorrow.
agenda.
Why do you have to hide your sword?
Saurus?
Yes.
I got it from over there. I point at the whistle to the house.
Points, and you could just see like the spires of a much taller mansion, like
I
200 or
did not
300 yards away. Yeah.
There's a
Take it easy.
poster on the wall.
Okay.
It's like one
Okay.
stolen
It was
sword.
not a gift from one of the rich partition families. I take
Oh,
it. So.
absolutely the fuck not.
I like that. I did not ask.
Yeah. But
Well, that's-
we should make that sword scarce as much as we can.
Yes.
Probably not good to return to the scene of the crime, but
No.
I take
will-
it you won't just leave it in the room either.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, we'll figure out something for it.
Sorry, y'all, this is from, before the subversion. I don't really want to just leave it around.
yes.
Oh no, I understand. We just no, I get it. And, you know, we have other things like that too. So, mm. Well,
We'll work on it.
Yeah.
I think our conversation tomorrow with the Archmage would be a great time to bring up our little friend.
Yeah.
I agree. That is the perfect time to discuss that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And if we need help from someone else, we can go there. But also, I think sometimes people are called the Archmage for a reason.
It's true.
I can see that. All right.
Marlo, make a dexterity saving throw.
A dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Fucking oh my god. 24. No, yeah, 24.
So you feel the.
Wait. No, 26.
So as you all are kind of having this conversation, you did not notice the very sneaky individual coming up behind you. And you feel somebody grab you like they're going to lift you up in a giant bear hug. But you kind of pull out for just a moment and you turn around and there is Amalia. Thank God for seeing somebody that I actually care to see about. Marlo, you're back.
Hi! I hug her.
Oh, she gives you a big hug.
Hi!
And then she kind of sees, and the ticket, and she like kind of pulls all of you in and very purposefully puts you in a way that you are all surrounding Marlo as she kind of holds you
Yeah,
in.
Jury like tries to duck out of it but misses it. I'm sure.
Yeah.
She gets me.
Boy.
Oh, it's so good. Abel, Zorus, Kaibana, and Juridan, correct? Yes. It's so good to see all of you.
Ambriel.
Very good to see you.
I'm
You're looking
Ambriel.
much better.
You're my aunt. You're my aunt. You're my aunt.
Oh, wow.
I can't get over it. I can't stop thinking about it.
This is Andrea Linza. But
I can't believe we met and I didn't know you were my aunt. And now I know you're my
Jury
aunt.
now. Shh.
What the fuck? Just kind of goes up and like takes your hand. It's Juridan, correct?
It is Juridan. Yes.
Of course. Juridan, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Again? Yes. Yeah. We met that other time. I didn't know you were my aunt then. Weird.
I did not know that I had a nephew.
Yeah. You do. Did you know my mom?
I guess we have things to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I want to. I really don't want to talk to my dad. but I want to talk to you.
Oh, your father's not here.
Yes!
So he received the summons from the Risk Breakers that they had found you in Velspar. He is currently in Cinderville, but he, of course, could not step away from work immediately.
Yeah, I'm sure he could.
But will be here for the week's end.
Well, that gives me more time to think about not fighting him in some way, so that's good.
I understand that inclination with my brother quite clearly.
Oh, yeah, we do have a lot to talk about. Cool.
Yes.
Let's go drink his booze.
Oh, absolutely. I've been drinking it all for the last couple weeks.
Yes.
And she leads you across the gardens, and she says, come on.
So,
I've got some very, very fine ale. I know that you liked. It's very expensive. It's not mine. Would you like some? Okay. And she kind of guides you all through, and you walk into the Windsor Estate. Beautiful cathedral ceilings on the entrance foyer, marbled floors, and she kind of, you can tell like her feet are muddy because she's been just wandering the area and kind of living the way Amalia has always lived. And she just stomps right through the muddy with her muddy feet.
So cool.
Through, and she goes. She goes to through a sitting chamber, and then there's a beautiful ornate door that you can tell that she has like broken the lock on, and the door is now open and kind of like off its hinges a little bit wide. And she walks in, and this is the Windsor family space of offices, and this beautiful ornate rug of red. There's paintings of the Windsor family on the walls, and there is a very large drinking area with many sifters and bottles of fine wines and alcohol. And she goes over specifically and grabs one jug, and she kind of looks at it, and she goes, come on. And she hands it off to you. I specifically, because this was brewed in Evenstar Island in the Vanishing Isles. So I thought it might be a little taste of home.
Oh.
That's very thoughtful.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then for everyone else, she kind of pours out a sifter of very nice brandy and kind of passes it around to everybody.
How big is the jug to Kaimana?
So it's like a Kraken ale size thing, but it's not full. So it's about half full. Yeah.
Kaimana, we are going somewhere fun later, so don't drink all of it, please.
Can't hear you.
I just Kaimana, please don't drink all of it.
I can carry him.
No, but I want him to have fun. We're going to have fun.
Oh, he's going to have fun. And we'll end up in a bath.
Okay.
That's why we were asking about that earlier.
Oh, yeah. I look to the other people and I'm like, well, this is where I grew up. So.
He's very nice.
Did you spend a lot of time in the city estate?
I spent a lot of time in this house. I didn't have a lot of friends.
This is actually the first time I've ever set foot here.
First time?
Yeah. My family, just like the rest of the Windsors, grew up in Cinderville. And I left home before they established themselves in the capital.
Oh, that makes sense. You didn't know about me, so.
I didn't. It's quite surprising.
Can't believe he wouldn't even tell you. That's crazy.
Well, your father, my brother, is a very serious man, and he lives in the shadow of a far more serious man, our father.
Ugh.
And there's a lot of feeling the need to fulfill family promises and uphold values there that...
It almost makes it that people run away from the family. Isn't that crazy?
It is, isn't it? But,
what a talk.
I think that you might have run away for the same reasons, and that makes us kindred spirits.
Makes us family.
Of course.
So weird. I'm still a little mind blown about the whole thing.
Yes. Well, you would be family even if not, because dear Marlo here.
Yeah.
all of you are welcome. I'm the lady of the house right now.
Amalia, have you been occupying this large estate all by yourself this entire time?
Yes, I sent all of the servants home, gave them a few weeks off with pay, and there's no one else here because the whole family's off in Cindervale, and I'm sure them and all of the extended family will be coming in for the king's festivities.
And all of the extended family?
Well,
They're all coming here?
it is the king's birthday. They all want to be seen and recognized.
You can come lodge with us for that. That's bullshit.
Where are you staying?
Nade's Bargain.
Is that near the casino?
Yeah, we're going there later. Do you want to come with?
Oh, I can't. I shouldn't.
You should.
I
You should.
shouldn't, right?
No, you should. You should.
I should. Maybe.
Yeah, just for one night.
Okay,
That's a chance to bond with family.
absolutely. Okay, well, yes.
We
I
can
would love,
go to the spa part.
Let's see. And she goes back and she goes in the desk and she's kind of like rummaging in the desk and she pushes a button that's hidden and a little like drawer pops down and she pulls it open. She pulls up a sack of money.
Wow.
I
Oh
think,
my god.
I mean, I think we could, right? And she pushes it away. Well, then yes, I would love to join you at the casino.
This is so awesome. Oh, yeah. I feel like we should talk about serious stuff, but now I'm like so excited.
What?
What are can I ask you what are you gonna do when like Dad and them come back?
Well, when Warren returns, I imagine I will take my place in the guest house for the time being until I hear that it's safe from Marlowe, and then I will return to the woods.
Until it's safe for Marlowe.
Well, I want to hear from Marlowe that it's safe.
Oh, yeah.
It's complicated. I don't know. I mean, maybe you can just do whatever you want, and then I can just apologize later. I don't know.
Wait, does something happen to like you both on something?
No, it's sure you like know what lycanthropes are. Yeah,
I mean, like, I thought it was like a kid's tale. Like, it's a totally different thing that it's a real thing.
you've seen me be one.
Yeah. And you're fine. You're like, I mean, most of the time you're fine.
Okay, so Amalia's also a lycanthrope.
I think that was mentioned, maybe.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you're not a wolf, right?
No, a bear.
Oh, that's so cool.
So the Order doesn't like lycanthropes who aren't a part of the Order, and maybe the Crown says it's illegal for lycanthropes to run around on their own.
It is illegal?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, so no wonder you're part of that stupid order.
Not hard.
Yeah.
Not you, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes a little more sense in context, doesn't it?
Yeah, you have no other option. That sucks.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, I could have kept trying to rough it on my own, but it just got really hard.
You need to have somebody looking out for you.
I think they're looking out for me. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder. It's fine. It's fine.
Not you've got. And she kind of looks around at this group of people.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fine.
I'm
Okay.
curious, would Amalia's noble connections exempt her from having to join the Lycan Order?
Yes, and that's kind of how I escaped in the first place. From the judgment of the law. The Order did not really exist until I was much older. And had already retired. I was a ranger with the Wardens for a time. And they, mostly kind of turned a blind eye to my werebear tendencies.
Would you ever want to go back to the Wardens?
Oh no, I think my days of fighting and are behind me at this point.
Yeah. We just need to get you like a good house somewhere. Like a good house. Like a good, like, open, sprawling, like, field of woods in the back.
We could build her one outside of Broadfield.
It's fucking true.
That is. I kind of wonder if the heath is still there.
If the what's that?
The heath. It's the manor in which Marlowe and Eris grew up with me.
Oh,
It always
in
good
Broadfield.
time.
I can't remember if you told us about Eris, Bard. Like, out of character. Did you tell us about Eris? I don't know. I don't think you told Jared about Eris.
I might have
Yeah.
offhandedly mentioned I had
Yeah.
a sister figure, but
I think, yeah. I don't know if
Got
you
it.
named her. Yeah.
probably not.
No, that might be the first time you've all heard the name Eris.
Who's Eris?
Ugh.
No.
Eris. Okay, Eris is another lycanthrope who Amalia also helped raise.
Yes, a few years older than Marlowe. Much more aggressive. But
Is she
And
part of
where are
the?
they?
Is she part of the order? Yeah.
No.
she's not, as far as I know.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
I haven't
So
seen
hard.
her in quite a while.
Yeah. So hard to find, I'd imagine.
Very.
We were both taken together and kept by the Aramon. She was released before me. I'm not sure why or how.
Yeah, it'd be cool if she gave answers on that one, huh?
It's somewhat concerning. We've met a lot of victims of Aramon.
Yes, well,
Yeah. Well, we just wanted to touch base with you and tell you that I was here and Mara's here and all that stuff.
it's always a pleasure to find when you have family that you did not know that you have.
Yeah, especially when you have so few options.
That is true. I see you did make the paper, though, and you see that she grabs the dispatch there.
How do they figure this stuff out? Well, yeah, I know how they figure it out.
Yeah.
The same way I figure it out. Okay, it feels bad when it's you. That sucks. Okay. Not as fun.
News travels very
Has
quickly.
Kamana finished the jug yet?
Have you been drinking the whole jug, Kamana?
I've just been sipping.
Okay.
Thank you, Kamana.
He's-
Thank you.
He is not drinking at all.
You look at Jury and Jury's like, good job.
No.
That's at least I don't look like what I used to look like, so that helps a little.
Well, I think you look amazing. So,
Thank you.
I guess I should change. Feel free to wander the halls. Do whatever you like. But I'm gonna go get dressed for the casino. What do you wear to go to a casino?
Something fancy.
Something fancy. I don't own anything fancy, so we'll see what happens.
You should wear one of your brother's suits.
Ooh, not a bad idea. She goes,
Yeah.
disappears upstairs, kind of grabs your hand for a moment, Marlo, before she leaves and just gives it a squeeze.
Can I run up with you for a sec?
Of course, anytime. And she kind of heads out and up the stairs. Anybody else wanted anything that you want to explore or do while you're here? There's a large mansion here in front of you.
Judy, you could give us a tour of your childhood home.
Okay. I like pick up my glass and I'm like, come on. All right, Kaimani, you see anything you like, you take it. Let's go.
There's a lot of shiny shit, Kamana.
I'm so sorry, come on. So I'll just show him like just some random stuff where I'm like, this is a dining hall.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I go to
Is
my
there
room
any-
to see if my room is still like
Are the tables set?
So there's not, but there's cabinets of beautiful silverware and china and gold sturgers, and they're all just kind of against the back wall of the dining room.
All right, hang on.
As we're looking around, can I cast Detect Magic? Just on the off chance of...
So the moment the spell releases, you look at like there's magic all over the place. Every light is magical, so that it can burn everlasting or be controlled by a simple command. There's a few like random, like you see a couple of the locks have the ability to be magically locked, but you don't see any that are currently engaged in the space that you're in right now.
I'll ask the jury, does magic use run in your family?
well, we
Is
do
your
run the
father magical, or...
we run the artifice in college, so
Oh.
I don't know if Dad uses magic. Have I ever seen him use magic, Josh?
Your father is, interestingly,
magic.
the one member of the Windsor family who does not have any magical essence.
Yeah, he's the real stick in the mud.
Yeah.
Real, but
I thought I read that about him one time, but this is interesting.
but there was a stick in the mud, probably.
Well, no, about his non-magical use, but it's interesting to see the mechanics and the magic in the home of one of the families who, created the artificing school here in Alyria.
Yeah, there's our bathroom. So magnificent.
But it is a very technologically advanced bathroom. It has, indoor plumbing and a system to heat the water and a bidet. Sure.
Artificing bathroom.
Come on, what did you
Innovative.
I rolled a natural 1.
If anything was gonna make you roll a nat one, this beautiful man.
He's just doing this going down the row. isn't
There's
he?
just there's just a moment where you see Kaimana's control
I mean, it's still a 9, but I don't
be
know.
lost.
Yes.
And like you're like, Kaimana, you can take whatever you want. And he's just very carefully guarding himself. But then I don't know whether it was the silver like spoons or the glinting light coming off of the crystal goblets or the gold sturgers with the silver lining around them, but something in the dining room grabbed your attention, and Kaimana dove towards the back cabinet and flung it open. What would you like to take, Kaimana?
Oh, have a good time, buddy.
I'm trying to turn over a new leaf.
I know. I hate that my character doesn't know.
A matching set for your staff.
Take all the forks, Kamado. All the forks.
They're gonna report that there's been within like 1 week 2 patrician fucking robberies.
Yep.
I load up with all the dingle hoppers I can get.
All right, so you get, let's see here.
These are roll for how many forks. Incredible.
I mean, okay, it's monogrammed.
They are. Yeah, they have a
Oh,
W on
they
them.
are.
Yep.
Oh, you froze a little bit.
Oh, he
babe.
froze. That's an interesting freeze.
I like it.
Wait, did we lose
Oh.
Kaimana? Yeah, but
Yeah.
they are monogrammed with a W for the
Oh,
wins.
we lose Kaimana
Of course
as
they
he
are. Like he's
breaks.
so yeah. But we'll come back for the Kaimana stuff. Saurus, so Kaimana,
I think I'm back. Yeah.
you get back.
Yeah.
You managed to grab 6 monogrammed silver Windsor forks.
Let me just say, I get like a set. I do a set. I get like
A fork, a spoon, and a knife.
well, fork, spoon, salad spoon, knife, grapefruit spoon, like
Yep.
one of everything.
You get one of everything. You have one set now of Windsor monogrammed silver eatery or cutlery.
All right, how am I going to write that in the inventory?
A set of very expensive utensils. Because it's heavy silver. It's like, thick to the touch, beautifully carved. Yeah.
Oh, look, you can eat a little meal, Kaimana. That's adorable.
Yeah.
You could take more.
You do get to your room, Jordan.
No!
Yeah, we get to the room.
You get to your room, Jordan.
Do you have snow globes?
Snow globes. No,
Come
we
on,
have
I
like
snow globes.
I feel like it's like those little like those precious moments, like super tacky little figurines somewhere, and I'm like,
absolutely.
you have these. I always hated these.
Just little angelic.
They all look
children.
sad and creepy.
Oh my god, those angel statues.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. There's like a bunch of
that
those.
everybody has.
Yes.
They're the like clay and they're faceless.
Yeah.
And they have like the copper wire wings.
No, I'm talking about the one with like the
Oh.
sad eyes.
No,
but they
no,
also
I
have
know what
those.
you're talking about.
Yours
Yes.
are in the bathroom, I'm sure. That'll be in the bathroom.
Yeah.
pictures.
So you get to your door is closed.
I gotta look up.
The door to your room is closed.
I picked the lock.
All right, go ahead and roll. It is locked, so go ahead and roll to pick it.
What do you roll for lock picking? I have
Sleight
thieves'
of
tools.
hand. If you're
Sorry.
proficient with sleight of hand, then you can roll sleight of hand. But otherwise, it's dexterity plus proficiency.
I have half proficiency.
Okay, there you go. So you had half your proficiency.
Yeah, I got 19.
19. Yeah, so you kind of reach out and you're just kind of talking shit about the figurines as you're picking the lock, and it clicks and the door swings open. And the first thing you notice is that there's just a general mustiness of air being released from a room long closed.
Mm-hmm.
And it is dark. Every other room in the house has had some lighting. It is dark inside. The door squeaks open as you push it open, and the light from the hallway kind of spills across a room that even with the light off, you can tell has not been touched since you left it.
This is my room. It's
Yeah.
sad. I shut the door. I like open it and I'm like instant regret and shut it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Marla.
Yeah.
So Amalia leads you up to a room, and she starts pulling pants and shirts out of a closet and throwing them onto the bed. How are you?
I mean, I don't know. We killed a dragon yesterday. It's been like a whole thing.
Sorry, you did what? No.
Killed a dragon.
Why would you
Killed a dragon because Armand sent a dragon to Feldspar after he had already invaded it with 2 different groups, and we kind of kicked him out, and so he sent the dragon to make its lair there, and it,
So, it's much more dangerous than we originally thought.
he's got a fucking floating castle in the clouds, flying over the whole thing. That I guess is the new lab. Apparently, I don't know. It's bad.
But you managed to stop his efforts there.
Yeah.
So, what's to say you can't stop them somewhere else?
I guess we'll just hope to get lucky.
I don't think you'll have to depend on luck.
How are you?
I'm fine. I would love to be not here. But I understand that it might be necessary. And so...
Maybe Manor Heath is still open. Or if not, you can go fucking, I don't know, join the Adventurers Guild.
I think my days of adventuring are behind me, but...
I mean, you can be the veteran. Just kind of coach in the background, telling everyone else what to do.
I have heard beautiful things about the Riverlands, but it is very close to Callian.
I mean, I don't know. I can tell Callian to fuck off. No.
She doesn't listen very well.
No, Jesus Christ, no. I think she still thinks I have quicksilver poisoning. I don't think I ever actually updated her that I don't have that anymore.
You say that in the moment you say, she kind of comes very close to you and she kind of grabs your face. Are you okay?
No, I'm good. I'm good now. This is a weird, 12-hour thing. We're fine now.
You must be very careful around quicksilver, you know.
Yeah, I took it. I did it. It was on purpose. That sounds bad. It was on purpose for a whole. It's really I did it to protect Jury. It was like a whole thing.
A longer story for another time.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I'm glad that you're okay. And
yeah.
You have to keep yourself safe because having lost Eris and not knowing where she is and haven't spoken to her in quite a while. You're all I've got.
You got a nephew now? It's pretty
That
cool.
is exciting. That is exciting. Someone to get to know.
Yeah.
I'm placing no demands on them, of course, but...
Yeah. I think it would be really good for them to have a family member that's a decent fucking human being in their life.
Well, they've got you.
Mart is extremely uncomfortable to handle that. What are you doing on do you have full moon plans?
Oh,
I don't know what the fuck to do. Should I just roll up to the woods and be like, hey guys, I'm gonna spend the night here. See you in a sec. Do I gotta fucking chain myself up somewhere like the old days? What the hell do I do?
I mean, you haven't gotten control yet.
I mean, I'm close. It's just, it's harder
Well,
to me.
I mean, I'm here. I can hold you back as I did in the old days.
Yeah, I mean...
I was going to the king's birthday party and then making my way into the woods.
Yeah, I guess I'll just do that.
Well, I'll be there if you need it.
Okay. Cool.
6 days? Still journaling.
6 days.
Still keeping track. Good.
Always.
Good. This one or this one? And she holds up two kind of outfits that are clearly not really going to fit her properly, but they are very fancy silks.
The sparkly one.
Of course. And she kind of chains into a beautifully sparkly button-down shirt and some kind of pants with a wider leg, and puts on a pair of very muddy boots with them.
Amazing.
Then shall we to your friends?
After you.
She kind of leads the way. All right. What else? Anything else here would you like to do?
Oh, when she comes back down, Emily, can I ask you something really quick?
Of course.
When sometime this week before they get back, can I look around here for clues about where my mom might have gone? I've never really had the chance to look around.
Certainly. The estate is... I've told all of the servants they should probably be back before your father. So the estate is mostly open until the day before the king's birthday.
Yeah, she left a letter, but it didn't say where she was going, so any help is good.
Mysteria.
Wisteria.
She's such a gentle soul. I would love to help you in any way that I can.
Yeah, I think there's some truth I haven't found yet about it.
With your father, I cannot imagine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's go spend his money out of revenge.
Sounds good. She shakes the
Yeah.
pouch. All right.
All right. Have y'all ever been to a casino before?
No.
The casino.
Oh, you're. Let's not even tell you. Let's just go. I know Soros hasn't been. I'm going my arm around Soros.
Do you think this is a good idea?
Oh yeah, I think it's the best idea. You got all this new silver. We gotta get you to think about all the. I've never actually gambled there, but I'm sure it's fun.
Oh my God.
Jerry's never actually gambled there.
Kaimana at his fat's table.
Oh my God! I want to bring him, Soros. Why do you think I want to bring him? All right, so we either get a carriage or we walk back, whatever it is.
All right. Anything else you guys wanted to do on your way to Merritt's Wager?
Okay, I'm good unless they want to do something. I'll get us some kind of some kind of sweet dessert from the mess as we are walking.
All right. There's plenty of options. Yeah.
Can I say at some point while the family reunion was going on, I'd sneak away to like a private room and try to have a conversation with
Artax?
Artax.
Absolutely. So
to see if he was willing to stay in for the night.
because it is probably getting close to Artax's mealtime.
Take Artax to casino. Go free, bud. You got a fucking field day out here.
It's a buffet.
He just has to save him off for one more night.
Yeah.
One more night.
Hopefully.
Yes, I'll just I'll go look at that nice bathroom that Drury was describing. I want to see the bidet, and I'll just sit down on the toilet and open the bag, and I'll have Anansi climb in and pull out the ring.
Mm-hmm.
So, hello, friend. How are you this evening?
Hello, friend. I'm quite hungry.
Yes, about that. We are currently in a very populated city that has a lot of guards and a lot of powerful magic users. I would not want to risk you getting yourself in trouble. Friend, is it possible that you could stay in tonight and reduce the risk of causing trouble for yourself and for our other friends?
I could perhaps go one night without eating.
One night is all I ask of you.
But you did bring me awfully close to the cage.
The cage? Which cage are you referring to?
Their cage, of course. I feel it very far, but close by.
Do you mean a cage that you were once in before?
No. 1 second, sorry.
It's a hard voice to pull off.
It's such a hard voice to pull off. It's like twirling in the back
It's so good.
No, my master's cage.
Is your master nearby?
Closer than he was before.
How close do you think he is?
Oh, near the center.
Near the center of the city.
No.
Friend, you're being very cryptic in your descriptions.
I'm not allowed to talk about it too much.
That makes sense, I see. Would you be able to tell me what is close to your master's cage? Not exactly where it is, of course, but maybe places to avoid so you don't go near your master's cage.
I'm not sure that you could go there. You are mortal, of course. But their whispers are always nearby.
Yeah, whispers are always near. Does that mean anything to Abel?
Roll intelligence check.
Intelligence?
Yep.
All right. Okay, hold on.
Come on, smart
Kind of
boy.
my thing.
Come on, smart boy. You're very
It's probably
smart.
like a super high intelligence stuff. Oh god. Oh god.
You're so
Ooh.
smart.
Okay, 17 plus. Where's my intelligence model? Is it just a regular intelligence or like?
Just intelligence, because it's not a history or anything like that.
Okay, so 20. No,
Yes.
22.
This is just if Abel can piece together the cryptic nature of Artax's speech.
Mm-hmm.
Cage made you immediately think of Caiaphas's cage, which legend says is buried far beneath Anorvere, and the whole purpose of Anorvere is that it is the final guarding space to protect the cage from being reopened. And since Artax is a child and a creature of the Shadowfell, that would be Caiaphas's. He would be their god.
Okay, Caiaphas's cage.
Yeah, but
He's
their
easy.
whispers, the legend is that Caiaphas was driven mad by the whispers of the primals. And so any mention of their whispers in legend or in myth often refers to the whispers of the primals.
Gotcha.
That's bad, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't like that. I love that you're having this like very intense conversation in the bathroom.
In a bathroom.
I literally want to cry. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Artex, well, I appreciate you letting me know. The main thing for tonight is let's just make sure we keep a low profile. So if you can stay in, I think tomorrow we can have a conversation about how we deal with your hunger.
Roll a deception check.
Some deception check.
That is
Where's
not
my-
Abel's intentions.
You're
I will be
gonna
having a conversation on how to deal with this hunger.
have a conversation with someone else about yeeting him into the ocean.
I was thinking to 17.
Oh my god.
Probably like a negative deception. Well, I don't have a bad. Is that charisma?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where's deception? 19 total.
Okay.
He says, but you've brought me to a place filled with so many morsels. Guilty ones.
I'll text my concern is that you satiating that hunger at this point will lead to ruin for all of us. And once they find out that a creature from the Vale is in the city, I don't think that will end well for you, friend.
If only you remember our agreement, lest it not end well for you.
Friends don't normally give each other veiled threats.
I don't know the meaning of veiled threat.
As long as we have an agreement for tonight, that is my main concern.
Of course, friend.
Well then, I think we should end our conversation.
Goodbye, master.
Goodbye. Tuck him back in the bag.
I cannot believe you always do that. That is so amazing.
He rolled a 6 on his insight.
He's like, yep, Abel's just gonna find me the evilest man in the whole city to eat.
I mean, the patricians are right here, guys.
You know what? Maybe if you had pitched it to Jordan that way, I'd have a different opinion. Maybe.
No.
Oh my god, we just spin
kidding,
in a
no.
circle between the 9 houses and just spin the bottle with our tax.
We just leave
which house he goes
Imagine
to.
the beehive we would have kicked if he killed a patrician though.
No,
Like,
because
that
it's the
would be-
same.
No,
that's the
I'm
same
thinking
thing Dorian
Yusef.
wants.
No, Yusef.
You said?
No,
You said?
no.
Mar wants to do
No.
that. You can't kill
No.
Mar.
Number one, there's absolutely no way his ass can get to Yusef. There's no way Artex can actually get into the castle. Number two, Yusef will die by my hand, and no one else's.
Yusef's gonna die to my cool sword and my cool sword alone.
I don't actually want Yusef to die. I want him to be fucking publicly shamed and humiliated. And
See,
stripped of
that's
all
the
his
Jordan
power.
thing. That's the Jordan
But also,
thing.
if he has to die, it will be on my sword.
No.
I mean, he is
You
just
haven't even
noble.
met. Y'all haven't even fucking met Yusef. All right, you don't even know.
Oh, Yusef.
I know. I think I know a little bit about Yusef. Has he been, or was he around when I was there?
Oh no, Yusef has
Oh,
risen
he's
to
new.
power in the
Oh,
last
he's new.
yeah.
You gross new Anorvere.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like when you.
Yusef has nouveau riche dripping all over him.
This is like when you go to college in a town and you go back to the town and everything's slightly different. You're like, what the fuck? I like to eat
They put in a
bagels isn't here
stoplight? Like, when did
anymore.
that stoplight get here?
Yes, Jerry's having crazy emotional time, but I look fabulous. I'm feeling good. You know what?
Amen.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything you want to do other than make your way to Marid's Wager?
Yeah, I mean, I just buy some little kind of pastry from some stand I like.
Yeah, there's one particular one that makes these rose-shaped pouches of some kind of dough that are then filled with dates and nuts and kind of all these, and then coated with this honey sweet glaze.
I'm sorry,
How do they
Jace. Jace
compare
is
to the-
hungry.
I just texted Ace when you first started the mess up. But I'm so hungry.
Well, and you can blame Jury for the mess because they were like,
It's true.
I love street food, and I was like, there has to be street food in there.
I'm sorry, it was my creation.
I'm mad.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we take a break so I can go cut myself a slice of key lime pie?
Well, we can
No.
we can just
Yeah.
we'll get to the casino and we'll just
Okay.
Break
for
there.
next,
Yeah.
So you kind of come down off the large hill, and you see there's now fireworks that are just shooting off from Marid's Wager at random intervals or times.
Oh god.
This is just this is clearly the Bellagio, the whatever Las Vegas casino image.
This
you
is the
see.
strip.
This is the strip, but it's just this one building.
Yeah.
But at this point, you can see that from the upper hill, it's easier to see that there were fish in the pond that had the waterfall going, but they now are glowing. So they all are giving off this incandescent glow as they're moving around in the pool of water. But
Wow.
you approach the...
Kaimana sees it as a self-serve sushi bar.
I know there's so much stuff. But you do approach, and there are massive steps that lead up to the front entrance, and the front doors are open, and there's bright lights spilling out from inside. There are two large, half ogre guards standing on either side of the main entrance, both in beautiful suits that are just massively constructed to fit their frame, and they're just keeping an eye as people are walking in. But you enter into Marid's Wager, and it is a cacophony of sound and people in beautiful dresses and drink, and people carrying trays of drinks and food around. And there's
Yeah.
tables of people who are tossing dice or playing cards or doing all these various different things. And you see off in the distance, kind of at the center of all of this, on a raised dais or platform, you see a laughing creature. Which, Kaimana, you'd recognize them simply from the fact that as a water people, you might have interacted with Marids before, but this is a Marid, elemental creature from the plane of water. but he is decked out in gold chains, and he is laughing, and he's got a drink in his hand, and there are people kind of coming up, and he's just like waving in enjoyment for them. This is the owner of Marriage Wager, and he is there as a welcoming figure to welcome you all to a night at the casino, which is where we will pick up next time.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh
All right.
yeah. I brought you to a casino. Let's go.
I'll see if I can count some cards.
Oh gosh, can Abel count cards?
Oh, why do you immediately have to cheat at things? Be evil.
No, it's not cheating. It's just using math.
Oh my god, you're gonna get us kicked out of the casino.
But you guys now, like with all of the flyers and different things, there's all the things that are potentially open to you in the city that you can explore over the course of the next 6 days of downtime. I imagine the night at the casino, and then whatever you all are wanting to do from that point to accomplish your goals or tasks, whether they be to read a book, take some rats shopping, get fancy for a masquerade ball, whatever you would like to do for that. But tattoos, yes.
We're gonna get tattooed.
You guys are gonna get drunk at the casino tonight and then get a tattoo. And you all wake up tomorrow like, what happened?
We're like, why is there a ticket on me now?
No.
Oh my god, we'll get matching tickets!
Oh god. But yeah, poor Kaimana. There's gonna be too many shiny things.
Oh, I know. Kaimana's trying to change, and it's like you guys, like you're like, oh, it's fine. My friend's no longer alcoholic, but
I know it is. It's like you took someone who like swore yesterday that they were not going to drink anymore, and you're like, let's go to a bar.
To be fair, you didn't tell us that you were turning over a new leaf, so I'm
he
like,
doesn't know that's a thing. He doesn't.
So I'm like, take some of my dad's shitty forks, Kaimana. Let's do it. You like little things, right? He has no idea.
Oh,
So
poor
sad.
Kaimana. But
I think the forks are free game because like those were ostensibly given to him.
yes,
Yeah,
that's
I told
fair
you to
play.
take those at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, actually, someone told me to do that, so I think it's still okay. That'd be good. Oh my god, me and Abel's fight right at the beginning was so funny.
Oh lord.
Oh, I gotta watch that again. Get right for the jugular immediately.
I feel like it's been a whole week on the ship of just like egging each other. Just like, at some point.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
I'm above
Anorvere.
it.
Like, oh, we're going to Anorvere, huh? Isn't that interesting to both of us?
I can just see them both now completely shit-faced drunk, like arm in arm singing songs together. I love you, man.
Oh
You're
my
the
god.
best.
The only time I was ever nice to Abel was when I was drunk at Feldspar, so.
No.
And then
Yeah.
I just talked at you. I just didn't let you talk.
You gotta get you
All right,
drunk
guys.
again.
All right. Well,
All right.
I'll
see you all in a
later.
couple weeks. Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.